What's up y'all, it's JP, and today I'll be giving y'all a breakdown of how to use Bulldozer and physical handles properly. My build has a 96 strength and 84 ball handle, so I have physical handles Hall of Fame and Bulldozer Hall of Fame. I got my brother with me right here in the Gatorade to play some defense for us, and I'll be going over how to use the different animations you get with Bulldozer and physical handles. Let's get into it. I apologize in advance for the bad lighting. 2K really needs to fix the Gatorade gym and the shadows that y'all see right here. But we're gonna start off by explaining how to trigger Bulldozer layup animations properly. Now I know people have told you that all you have to do is move the right stick directly into the defender left or right for the bully layups, but I found out that it works better if you move it diagonally up into the defender, which is just choosing your opposite hand for the layup. For example, you see here, my defender is on my left side, so I hold my right stick diagonally up to the left rather than straight to the left. The reason for this is because although you might get some bully animations going straight, you might end up doing a scoop layup on accident. Bulldozer layups work best when you and your defender are either in line or you have that half step on them. So don't try to force a bully animation if you're completely cut off or a defender is straight in front of you. At that point, you're lowering your odds for a good animation. Again, here's an example of my defender on my hip, and I'll hold my right stick diagonally up towards his side to trigger the bully animation and get a wide open layup. Now, we know Bulldozer works for layups, but this year they also made it trigger on drive or dribble contact animations. If your strength is higher than your opponent's, you'll see animations like this one a lot. To trigger these, you want to attack downhill and angle into your defender. The key is to not expect these animations, but attack that angle towards your defender downhill properly. A lot of times you'll just blow by without even noticing that Bulldozer is popping up, but that strength definitely helps in getting past your defenders. Now be mindful, these animations will not automatically make you score, so you still need a bag for after you get these space off these drives. Now, another option for when you're being pressured on offense is to use physical handles, which has 4 options I'm aware of. First is the off-ball hand swipe or the body bump. Next is a crossover slash between the legs. Third, you have a behind the back. And last, we have the spin move. Let me explain how to do each of these moves when the defense is guarding you. To trigger this hand swipe animation you see here, you simply tap right trigger when your defender is attached to you. Now keep in mind, they have to be in a contact animation with you, otherwise you're going to do that new throw out dribble animation. Sometimes you're also going to get this little body bump animation when tapping right trigger as well. I mostly use this when I'm trying to advance the ball or drive to draw help for kickouts. It's not always a guaranteed blow by with this one, so watch for which animation you get when you trigger this one. Your next option is the crossover or between the legs, which you get by flicking your right stick directly sideways to the opposite ball hand. This one I use in order to bait my defender into switching directions, and I counter it with a step back like you see right here. It really gives you a real life feel when you trigger these moves because you're breaking that contact like you would in real life. Next, we have the behind the back, which in my opinion is the second best option available from physical handles. It just creates enough space where you could really get into your bag. To trigger this, you flick your right stick diagonally down to the opposite ball hand when the defender is guarding you close like this. The space this creates, you could really get into that shot creating bag with spin jumpers or step backs, or even just show off your scoop lays like this right here after you do the move. You could see the different options that are available with the space that this gives you, so definitely start using that physical handles behind the back. Last, but probably the best option is the spin move off of physical handles. It just leaves your defender dead in the dust. Use this move to guarantee space for either a drive or just to get rid of that on-ball pressure. You rotate your right stick in the direction you want to spin, and you always want to do it towards the opposite ball hand to get this animation. Y'all see how much space it creates, and most people just don't react after you trigger this animation. Like I said, this here is probably my favorite animation from physical handles because that space you get is a shot creator or a slasher's dream. Now let's talk about how to use both of these badges together to your advantage. Obviously, if you're open on your drive, you don't want to force contact animations. Take that scoop layup or floater and get your bucket. But if your defender is on your hip, you can utilize any of those physical handles options I showed y'all, and if for some reason they're still with you, then you get into that Bulldozer layup animation to ensure an easy shot. I'm telling y'all, this bully shot creating playmaker that I made is really showing me how to get crafty to score in this game. Locks don't have higher strength than me, so I could literally run through them or body them up however I want with all of these options. Shout out to my brother for being my test dummy. And again, the lighting for some reason is awful with the shadows. I don't know why 2K would do that. But yeah, y'all, Bulldozer Hall of Fame and Physical Handles Hall of Fame are easily two of the best badges for guards on this game. I hope y'all learned something. If y'all have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm enjoying making these quick informational videos for y'all. For anyone wondering how I actually use this build in the rec, to be honest, I use it however I want to because I can shot create, bully, or playmake at will. So on any given game, I can either facilitate all game or score if I wanted to. And y'all see my last video, I'm knocking down threes in that corner left and right. Now let me stop playing though. I appreciate y'all support. As usual, like, comment, subscribe, and I'ma see y'all in the next one. Peace. How you can't tell time but you watch face? You're not on real time if you watch fake.